Troop D can get it. So we're being recorded. Hey, Austin.
Hey, everyone.
Um, so Rebecca, do you want to lead or run or start, or you want me just to go ahead and wing it?
If you want to go ahead and wing it, that would be awesome because I actually have not seen the agenda.
Okay,
Um,
well, we don't really have one, so that's why I'm going to be winging it. Um,
okay, yeah.
yeah.
Feel free to proceed on that one.
Okay. Okay. So, well, like if everybody heard, I don't really, I've been really sort of pretty slammed lately and haven't had time to dedicate to this. And Troop D, I didn't realize till a few days ago she wasn't going to make it. So, we're kind of playing it by ear. I don't have anything in particular that on the agenda that I know about, or and so Melissa, you're kind of really front and center on like what we've got for tonight, as far as I know of. Unless Austin or Matthew or Rebecca have anything, or Pete, if you want to pipe up, Pete, if you guys have anything you'd like to bring to the agenda. Um, Troop D was working on some stuff for next month. So next month we should have um, some things to fill in here. So, uh, does anybody have anything else they'd like to bring up first, so I can just jot it down, and then we'll get to before we get to Melissa and let her go through her update.
I just wanted
Uh,
to, can you hear me?
yeah, yeah, go
Okay.
ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to mention I saw and maybe Melissa will get to this, but about the sidewalk or like looking at the neighborhoods and kind of taking an inventory of what needs to be fixed or sidewalk wise. And so I saw Amanda Sandoval's Instagram posted something along that. So I'm sure Melissa might talk about that.
There's not really much to talk about. I mean, they
Okay.
continue,
Okay.
they've done inventory and they're prioritizing
Okay.
um, based on numerous factors. But to be clear, and I think this is probably good for everyone to know, the city is trying to group things, right? It doesn't
Okay.
make any sense for us to be hopscotching all over the city
Yeah.
and repairing something in Montbello and then down in Southwest Denver and all over the place.
Yeah.
So the city is trying to group and be kind of efficient with their time. So when they are in an area, they try and attend to a lot of the same things,
Hmm.
but that can also lead to waits, right?
Yeah.
So the reality is that we have a insanely long list
Hmm.
of needs. I
Yeah.
mean, the very optimistic, way optimistic estimate was
Yeah.
9 years to repair everything,
Okay. Okay.
and that was if we created a new concrete plant.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. They're like, oh yeah, you just gonna Denver's gonna have to build itself a concrete plant. Like, oh
Oh yeah, just
Yeah.
just concrete. You know the environmental hurdles to put in a new concrete plant
yeah,
is.
exactly. I mean, so we were very optimistic. The creators of the voter initiative were very very optimistic, and they
Mm.
so the reality is that our list is long and it's going to take us a while. But
Okay.
just be aware of that kind of grouping. And so they'll
Yeah.
tell you which areas of the city they're working in on
Okay.
repairs and things like that at a time. It doesn't mean that they're taking care of everything. They're taking care of those high priority needs first, anything that
Okay.
is truly dangerous, and then kind of working down from there.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know like if you know what Instagram post I'm talking about recently that she was posting about. I don't know about the this uh about I don't know the prioritization of like the taking the inventory of Sunnyside or something like that. But
Uh,
it
I
was
can
just a
look it
couple
up
days
real
ago.
quick. I'd have
But
to remember.
yeah, no, it's okay.
I don't
It
do
just
social on
reminded,
that
yeah,
one.
it just reminded me of like that discussion we were having in here.
I try to avoid Instagram.
Well, and
Yeah.
you know about the 311
Yes,
like
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah. Um just making sure.
yeah.
Cool. And
Yeah,
I don't
so
know.
that. Oh, go ahead.
No, sorry. Go ahead.
No, no. Yeah, so I just looked it up. One of our other staff does our social media.
Okay,
Same thing, exactly what I was
okay,
saying.
okay. I didn't know if it
And
was
there's just
different.
a link now. It's just a link that you can keep up. So she included a link there that you can
Okay,
sign up to receive notifications from the sidewalk program,
okay,
and they'll kind of give you regular updates on what they're doing.
Okay, thank you.
What were you going to say,
Um,
Rod? I'm sorry to interrupt
Oh,
you.
that's okay. What I was going to say is we haven't had a an unlocking housing choices meeting since the last one, and I apologize. I don't know when the next one is, but there's nothing to update between last time and this time as far as unlocking housing choices go. So I don't have any updates on there either. So, and well, since you kind of started, Melissa, do you want to just get going? Would you like me to share, or would you like to share the um, your your District 1 update?
Yeah, that's fine. I can share it, I think, maybe.
Sometimes it's just easier for you to control since you know what you're talking about. Let's see, is
Yeah.
it one participant can share at a time, all participants?
Let me know if you can see anything. I don't know if I've done this through a new computer. Anything come more across?
No, not yet. I haven't
Excellent.
seen. I
That's
can,
good.
I've got it up here on the other page, I believe, the PDF. Got a new computer? That's always a pain because you never remember like what you had installed and what you don't.
Well, and I switched systems, so I'm on a Mac now. So it's
Ooh, ouch. That's a transition.
I haven't used a Mac since I was a child.
How's
It
that
is a
work with the
transition.
city having so much of Microsoft stuff?
Not well. All right, let's see. Yeah. I'll try again here if you want me to. Oh, you've got
Oh,
it up.
can you guys see the?
You're at the end, but you may want to start at the beginning.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I scrolled down.
All right. Um, so not a heck of a lot. The city doesn't function really well between December and January. Um, first up, we have the West 32nd Avenue rezoning. I've been talking about that a little bit now. So this is just applying the design overlay 8, the active centers and corridors, to 32nd Avenue in West Highland, essentially from Julian to Perry. We're going to have to upzone a portion of that because it's currently 2 stories, and so we'll need to upzone it to 3 to apply that overlay. And we're going to apply it to the bank, if you're familiar with bank is over there.
Yeah.
That is an old PUD. Uh,
Yeah,
Actually,
drive
it's
in. That's great.
yeah. Well, that PUD is actually for I think an auto body shop. So
Oh,
drag that thing into the 21st century
yeah.
and apply that overlay. So we'll have that. Um, then we have unlocking housing choices, as Rod said. Not a lot has been going on. They will reconvene in February, I believe. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Is that what
Yeah,
you
I think
remember? Okay,
so. Yeah, I saw there was an email and it said read this before February. So,
yeah.
yeah.
So, I think that that'll be an interesting meeting. We are encouraging more people to kind of be aware of this and be engaged. I'm starting to talk to more neighborhoods and RNOs about this because we don't want to get to a point where they're asking for feedback and it's the first time people have ever heard of it. So please do share the word on this project. We feel like a lot of people have a lot to say on it.
Yeah, and I've got a coffee meeting next Monday with one of the other RNO neighborhoods, asking like what we're coming across is like, is there conflicts with like our overlay and stuff with and I say we're not, there's nothing like there, and I can't anticipate there being any conflicts, because she's, I guess, involved with it as well, and so
Amber
um,
or
hold on.
Alejandra?
Let me see. Who is it? I talked to her a while ago. I'll have to find the email. I'll reach out to you and let you
That's okay.
know. Yeah, we're just she's like, because she knew about the like our brick overlays and all that. They're so far away from getting into details about like what that would look like.
Correct.
There's no really anything to really share so far. Um so anyway, okay. Sorry, let me head back
Good.
to the thing. Mini bundle
Um,
text amendments.
yeah, we've got another text amendment bundle here. So it's just a little mini one. It's essentially covering 4 topics there. So we've got some changes to the Denver zoning code and the Denver revised municipal code which basically covers some of the old code zoning as well. So that's going to be changes related to Proposition 123, so State Prop 123, and expedited reviews for affordable housing projects. So basically, they're trying to speed the process. They're going to coordinate approval dates, and they're going to update the urban design standards and guidelines to exempt fast-tracked affordable housing projects from formal review by the Cherry Creek and Downtown Advisory Boards, Design Advisory Boards. Then we're going to, with site development plans, we're going to extend the approval period to 30 months. So previously, we were just asking people to or we were having people reach out and ask the city for a extension, and they were doing that repeatedly, and it was taking staff time. We always granted the extension, so we might as well just state it up front. You get 30 months to complete your STP and move on, or it's done. And then we removed the expiration language for detailed PUD district plans. And then with accessory dwelling units,
Oh, sorry.
oh, you're good. We removed the owner occupancy requirements for Denver Housing Authority owned projects or properties. So only DHA. So this doesn't apply to your backyard ADU. This is strictly for Denver Housing Authority properties. And then we're going to we clarified the Denver zoning code language to ensure planned unit developments or PUDs allow ADUs if single unit dwelling units are allowed. And then clearly state that any PUDs that prohibit ADUs will not be enforced.
Nice.
And then lastly, we have wireless telecommunications. We add not physically substantial modifications to existing telecommunication facilities to the list of development types that do not need a zoning permit. This is to comply with state law, and the city has to be notified in writing. We have asked to see if there's any kind of notification that can be provided to the neighborhoods, and they're looking into that. But basically, they have some definition of what is not physically substantial. And it's very, very specific, as in like it's under 10 feet in length and it doesn't move more than this amount. So it's got some very detailed information that you can click on the link there and find that. And we exempted non-substantial changes to existing wireless service or telecommunication facilities from the Urban Standards and Design Guidelines or Urban Standards and Guidelines and Design Advisory Board review in Cherry Creek West, and downtown. So that will come before a city council public hearing on February 17th, if you have an interest in participating. And then finally, resilient landscape projects. Not much has happened. They're in the middle of drafting some regulations that the committee will review at their next meeting in March of 2026. It's going to cover things like how much turf that you can have in new developments, and should that be different? So is it 500 square feet for a single family and then 500 square feet for each side of a duplex, or is it 500 square feet total for a duplex, things like that. So they're working on those, and we look forward to seeing those drafts in March. And
when you say turf, or do you mean synthetic turf, or how much
that is currently being debated? That's grass, technically.
Okay.
The committee has stated a desire to prohibit artificial turf everywhere, or at least require a permit so that it can be used by Parks and Rec and specific entities. But because it doesn't seem to have a really good use and it leaches microplastics into the ground.
They're finding out it's way worse. It's way worse.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And honestly, it hasn't done great in so many applications. A lot of apartment buildings have tried using it as pet turf.
Yeah.
And it ends up smelling. They end up having to rip it out. It's not great. And it takes actually way more water to keep it cool and like clean, essentially, than actual turf would, which is crazy.
Right. Yep.
So,
okay.
That is all I've got. Oh, and then a reminder, single stair buildings. We went through this in the last meeting, but this is just a reminder. The changes did take effect at the end of last year to allow single stair buildings throughout Denver. So this will allow up to 5 stories, 4 stories with an occupied roof deck, to have a single stair / exit stair if with some restrictions, maximum 6,000 square foot per story, 4 units per story, fully sprinklered, wide staircases for simultaneous use, and limitations on the location of electrical outlets. They cannot be in common areas.
Okay.
That is now the end of it.
Okay. Well, short and sweet. Yeah, there's hasn't been a lot happening with the holidays and everything. So I always consider these bonus weeks if anything gets done or during
It
this
is true.
period, especially when it
Between
happens on
Christmas
like
and
a
New Year's
Wednesday or a
is
Thursday. Like because half the people take off the one week and half the people take off the other. So between that, nobody gets anything done on the 2 full weeks. So well, thank you so much, Melissa, for the update. Um, appreciate it. Um, so we really don't have anything on the agenda. So if anybody's got something, Pete, haven't talked to you in a while. How are things over there? Or if Austin or Matthew have anything they'd like to bring up and discuss, let me know.
I've had issues with the homeless, but I've taken care of it. So
But you probably don't want that on a recording if there's anything you did.
no. They were hiding behind vegetation, and they made a camp. And I tried to work with them to help them out. But they put a lock on that gate there,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, that's the way you want it. Okay. So what I did is I cut down the vegetation that they were hiding behind, and I
So
took
wait,
care
they
of that.
locked you out of your own parcel?
No, it's the part adjacent to the north,
Yeah. But
47.
they put a lock on the gate going into there?
I have two. I have a couple barriers, some
Ah,
rocks, and like a temporary gate, and then I put in that other gate because the city and county said we're not paying to clean that up. So I'm like, can I put in gates? And they go, so long as you don't lock it, you can do whatever you want. Not whatever you want, but
right. But you weren't allowed. But then as soon as you put the gate in, somebody put a lock on it.
well, these homeless people, they were there for like 5 weeks, and I saw the path going back, and I took video of it, and they're like, hey, this is a pretty nice little spot. So what I did is, excuse me, what I did is I try to help them, the best I could. And what I mean by that is I gave them time, this, that, the other. They wanted to pay me rent, and I was like, no, I'm not doing anything like that. But they had a real nice camp back there. And just one day, I went over there to check things out, and they had put a lock on the gate. And I just said, you can't do that. And so I had to cut it off. And
Wow.
then I
How
cut
many
down
people were there? How many people do you know?
3.
Oh, okay. It wasn't like 25 people or something.
I mean, they're cutting holes in the fence, the access off I-70 there,
Yeah.
getting in there. And I mean, it's just, I'm tired of cleaning up their messes. And, it's just really too bad that they're in that situation. But,
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
you know,
good luck.
oh, I can only do what I can do. I can't help it if they make bad choices.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Yeah, well,
but
no,
we're,
yeah, you're not raising kids. They're not, like, um, so, I have noticed just as a
thanks.
sunny side update, they've started back, at least in my little neck of the woods, doing some of the water line, replacements. So there've been several closures, right up the street from you, Matthew. They had that all closed today. And, they've got some more over here on Clay as well. So,
There's
that seems I hadn't seen any of that going on around the neighborhood for a while, so it seemed to take like a small hiatus, but it seems like it's up and running and going again.
And is
With
that just water line replacements up there? Because I feel like they've been tearing up huge holes all over 41st and
Yeah, I don't know
42nd
exactly
out
if it
front of
encompasses
houses.
more. And then I
Oh,
noticed also today they were working on the light at 41st and Federal. Like they had like a cherry picker out there, which they wouldn't have that for water lines as well. So I don't know if that was like pole replacement, like because I saw they had like one of the I don't know who it didn't look like XL, but one of the drilling rigs that they can drill a hole for a new telephone pole. So I don't know if there's that going on also, but it just seems like every time I'm trying to come home and get up either Clay or coming down 41st, I've got to do some serpentine way because they've got like two or three streets closed, and it's like you got to figure out how I'm going to get home each night. Um,
Yeah,
so
it's just been
Well,
weird how long
on
that street construction, the whatever they're digging there has been going on for so long.
yeah, I don't, and now it's all dirt and kind of
There's
frozen with, and
horrible
tomorrow it's going to
patches all
become
over
a
this.
mess when we get moisture because it's all going to be dirt and mud and
yeah.
frozen.
Well, XL did a bunch of stuff on Jason 2 or 3 months ago. Then yesterday when I was there, the water guys were doing stuff in the sewer. So
So
it
maybe
was
they're back in the
interesting.
hood and kind of keeping going with the water line replacement stuff, or maybe these are all new, just different random projects. I don't know. It
Because
just seems like there was a lot of they were working up on 44th for a while there, but those barricades seem to have sort of disappeared lately. So, um,
Melissa,
Yeah.
I have a question for you. The guys for Superior Underground, uh, usually around 4:30, 5 o'clock, they're driving east on 47th and then turning right and going down Jason, and they're dumping a fluid out of a plastic tank. I've seen them do it a few times. How would I report that? I mean,
Um,
Vern used to be a tenant, and he just doesn't understand what his responsibility as a business owner. And so, I mean, dumping stuff on the road. I'm just curious who I would contact because I would like to know if it's dangerous material or not. But he starts at Lapan, goes east all the way on 47th, and then goes all the way south on Jason to like 46, where his property is, because he's right just to the east of the Sunnyside Drug Building is where his lot is. He used to be on my property, but yeah,
so what is it, like a tank on the back of a truck or something?
trailer, and it's one of those plastic tanks,
Right.
and I mean, I've seen him do it a few times, and it's just the guy. He thinks he can do anything that he wants, and it's just really unfortunate. And the only reason why I'm concerned is I don't know if that stuff is toxic or not, and because it goes down the into the water. So
so is
Well,
he dumping onto private land or on the public land? I don't think I understand where he's dumping.
what he's doing is he's opened the valve, the plastic tank on the trailer,
Okay.
Lapan, and then he drives east on 47th, turns the corner south on Jason, and the whole time the tank is being emptied while he drives.
Excellent.
So I mean, I don't know why he just doesn't empty the tank on his property there and let it dry there. But I mean, because of my experience with the guy for a tenant as a year, trust him because he'll do whatever he wants. Won't get permission. I mean, that's the reason why I didn't renew his lease.
well,
He
I
was
know
just
there's
causing more problems than he was worth.
I don't know what materials are in those drilling fluids that they use to lubricate that underground drilling work, but I'm pretty sure you
That's
just
why I'm
can't dump
asking.
it into a storm drain that goes into the river, probably.
Well, I mean, that's against the law.
Yeah. I
My
I
brother-in-law, who's a partner of the partnership, he's like, report him to the EPA. I was just, it's not a priority on my list yet. Because my list is real long, but it's on the
well,
list.
it's gonna be difficult because you have to catch him in real time, and if he's driving while he's dumping, it's
Yeah.
almost like call 911 or something. I don't know how you do that.
Well, I I've been there a few times late in the afternoon and watched it. I videotaped the line of whatever he was dumping.
Did
And
you
the
get
next time
his truck and his license plate showing the dumping?
it says Superior Underground, and they're just around the corner. Like I said, he used to be a tenant, and he just caused way more problems than he was worth, and that's why I didn't renew the lease with the guy. So,
I mean, yeah, that's really tricky. I almost feel like that's almost a state issue because, in theory, if it's oil and gas related, they control that. Um,
well, that's why I'm
if Go ahead,
that's why I'm asking you, Melissa, because I don't
send
know. I mean, that's
send
why
me an
it's not a
email.
priority.
I mean, it kind of sounds like a priority, um,
I
but
mean, they do it probably every day. I've only seen them do it twice, but I bet you they do it every day.
send
So
me an
I'll
email. Send me
start
the
being
video,
there.
and I'll find someone in DDPHE, so the Public Health and Environment. See if this is an us thing or if this is a state thing. But send that to me via email.
Just all I have is the line of the stuff and how long it is, but I'll get that video over to you.
Okay, yeah, just to state who it is, where it's happening, how often it's happening, and if you have the video.
Yep, and then I'll plan on being there some afternoon, and when I see him doing it, I'll videotape it with the truck and have the license plate and all that fun stuff. So
Okay.
I don't like having to be such a
Some of those chemicals they
rule
use in
follower.
those.
Yeah, some of that
The
stuff's like
rules.
It's not good.
not
Oh,
good.
no, we don't want that.
And
That's
and
not
and
good.
and even if it's sort of rated to go in the hole because they're drilling like a hole or something for running conduit or whatnot, just because it's good for there doesn't mean it's something that can go straight into a river.
Well,
Yeah.
Because it can have effects on the fish and the wildlife and stuff.
Exactly. I
and
mean, I
there's
have two big storm drains uh, that need, well, there's a lot of issues that I have to deal with, but the storm drains that I have on Jason, that's where that stuff would drain to when the water washes it down.
Right.
And that goes
yeah.
right into the thaw wag, my property, that goes into the Platte.
Well,
Right.
and even if it's clean water, for all we know,
Right.
that's still illegal in the sense that I can't pump my sewer or my if I have like a sump pump in my house, I can't just dump that into the street, right? We have
Right.
wastewater requirements. Um,
Well, like
so
even Nicole with the Parks and Rec, like people want to have those dunk tanks, at some of their events, with the
yeah.
like, and you think, well, that's just like clean water because and they want to dump that water at the end of the event, like right in the park, and she's like, no, you can't dump that in the park, like,
Mhm.
and even though you think that's probably
Yeah.
it's clean water except for the guy that got dunked in it every time, but it's not chemicals and stuff, but they won't let them even dump that stuff in the city park. So there's some pretty strict regulations on things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably not good.
Well, I mean,
What's the company's name? Superior Underground? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I looked them up.
underground.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Horizontal
I did.
directional drilling.
Yeah. And
That's
you've
not
definitely
good.
called them and told whoever runs the place about the issue too. Because
I
usually I
wouldn't.
don't
I
know.
would call the
I haven't.
state because then they just
Yeah.
move, right? Like
Yeah, they'll
this
go
Yeah.
is
dump it
a
somewhere
government,
else.
right? This is a government. They
Yeah.
can have the conversation
Yeah.
thing,
Okay.
Well, because I do
Say
know those are
Vern
like
and I.
lubricants basically. So they have like
right?
uh, soap basically in it and things like that to make it
Yeah.
slippery.
Doesn't really understand stuff very well, and that's the reason why I didn't go into his office and ask him about it, because I know it will get escalated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't need
you
that
don't want to
grief.
do that. That's
Yeah.
just putting
You
I
yourself
don't.
don't
in
need
harm's
that grief.
way.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I got rid of him as a tenant. He was doing stuff, and I would have a conversation with him, and then it ended up me going, "Read the lease, dude."
Yeah, well, and if
Yeah.
they're doing stuff like that, the chances are there's other things going on
Dude.
as well. So you probably just want to
Yeah.
stay out of that. And
Yeah. Don't get yourself involved.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I,
So
No,
um,
I don't need I don't need Cletus to try and kick my ass. So
Yeah. um, so Becca, did you say somebody else was maybe going to hop on at 7?
Yeah, Mariah was going to, but I don't know. I don't know if I should tell her maybe not to
Yeah,
join.
if there's nothing really on, I was just trying to hang on and kill some time
Yeah,
until, and it's now beyond 7. So
yeah, I was gonna maybe send her a text and she just yeah, I'll tell her uh wait till next time.
yeah, and then just so everybody knows, like my intent is now that we're past the holidays is for Troopty's trying to back away from I think even co-chairing this committee, and which is fine. She's been doing it for a long time. I unfortunately have quite a bit going on, so Becca and I are going to have to chat and we're going to figure out like stuff going forward. But the idea is to sort of, now that the holidays are over, get some sort of regular agendas going here and some things that we can bring. I know we had 3 or 4 sort of topics that we were working on over the next year. And what we'll probably do is email out to you guys like Austin and Matthew and, because you're expressed interest to sort of be the regulars on the committee, and we'll start to maybe put our heads together in between the meetings to fill out some of these agendas and maybe get some topics working this year, moving some stuff forward.
Definitely.
So be thinking about stuff if you have other things you want to bring to the table. To be honest with you, there hasn't even been any announcements. I've been on the Sunnyside emailer, or like they're supposed to email. I haven't got anything from any businesses, anybody looking for zoning approvals. We haven't gotten anything, so it's been really really quiet.
Yeah, it has been pretty quiet.
Yeah, nobody needs our help. I have noticed nobody's moved in over there at the new place at Clay and 44. I mean, Zuni and
44th
44th.
and Zoom. Yeah,
Yeah, and
I
the
was
old
actually gonna call JLL. I was just gonna call the broker and just see kind of what's up there.
Yeah, because at one
Just
point
for
he
an
had all these
update.
chef or whatever looking at it and the ice cream
Mhm.
shop. I walked by a few days ago and there's just nobody in there. So
Yeah. Yeah, I know some people in the retail brokerage world, and I was just gonna see what was going on.
and the space looks ready to go. It's all like,
Yeah,
what do they call it?
Yeah, it
White
looks really
box or
nice.
whatever ready.
yeah.
So
uh,
Um,
I heard that the Sunnyside drug building, the Katz brothers, sold that to a guy.
oh, okay.
So
Well, and then also the development on the corner of 44th and Tejon, that southwest corner lot that is
Mm.
supposedly, housing units. They excavated, they got the footings in. I don't know if they did any underground work yet, but it looked like it kind of they got the footings in and it just completely stopped, and it's been sitting that way now for maybe 4 to 6 weeks. It's like a kind of
Mm.
just I don't know what's going on. As a builder, I know that's the last thing you really want to do at that point is kind of just stop when there's open holes and everything. So I
Yeah.
don't know if something happened or it was just happened to be the holidays and they couldn't get anything moving forward. But it seemed to come to an abrupt stop with open excavation and footings poured. So I don't know if there's any way we can find out what's going on there. Um,
yeah, who is it? Titus or
yeah, I can't
Titan?
remember the name on the
Titan
sign.
or
I
something.
just don't want it to turn into
Titan?
like a thing like it did at the Phillips 66 place where it was just like a
Yeah,
big
they
hole
just,
open for like a year with
oh my
water
God.
filling into
Can you
it. You know what I mean?
imagine?
Yeah.
Just, yeah,
Yeah.
The
that would
pit.
be
Not
wild.
that they were proposing what they were proposing building, I think, in my opinion, was not the best thing for that corner lot, but I'd still rather see something completed than just sit open and
Yeah, I think we could all agree on that.
yeah. So, and then it also looks like the one up here on 44th, crossed from like, it's the new Indian restaurant,
Oh yeah, Spice Kitchen.
that across from the Spice Kitchen, like that might be one block over, but that new multifamily development, they've got their foundations and stuff in, but they look like they're moving forward. Um,
Mhm.
I see people over there all the time with that, and I think that's like a 12 or a 14 unit building that's going in. So, but that was a use by right thing. So again,
Mhm.
they don't have active retail at the ground level, I don't believe, along
Yeah.
44th. So, but they're underway and they're coming up out of the ground now. And it looks like they've got all their underground in because they also did dig up 44th. And you can see the street cuts where they had to bring in their utilities from the street because 44th is now full of dirt there with their flash fill.
Yeah.
Which I believe hasn't been that long since they paved 44th. So now it's got patches in it already. Yeah, I think they just did that last summer, that stretch.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, and so now it's already got huge patches in it. So
We'll see if
well,
we can do some investigative work for
Yeah.
44th and Tejon, because I've also been wondering that.
yeah, why they just kind of stopped, it was weird.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, it feels like that's not that, yeah, it's abnormal that it just stalled out.
yeah, usually when you see stuff stop, they at least
They
they'll get the
usually put
foundations
tarps
done, they'll
over
get the
it.
stem walls
Yeah.
up, and they'll backfill the stem walls, to
Yeah.
grade. And then, that's usually where they're like, oh, this is going to cost too much, we've got to reevaluate. But very rarely do I see somebody leave an open hole with the footings just and steel stubbed up.
Yeah, that's
Um,
just
Mhm.
dangerous.
yeah.
Very.
I mean, they have a fence around there and everything, but if it
Yeah.
sits for 6 months, it just seemed unusual. Like I've seen projects where they lost their funding or something because of banks,
Yeah, it's suspicious.
yeah. So, all right, we'll see if we can find something. If you got some people to reach out to, maybe that'd be good to try to see what's going on. Get
I
the
got
street.
a cool question on La Raza Park.
Yeah.
Just when will that construction be completed? The redesign or all the work that they're doing in there? I was just curious.
Uh,
Oh, I'll have to look. I don't think know that off the top of my head.
and my wife's out at dinner
Okay.
with a friend tonight, so I couldn't go over and walk and ask her. I'm not even sure if she would know exactly, but she, I mean, she does give me updates on like when they're doing stuff like that. It looks like they're working forward. They did kind of slow down a little bit. It looked like but it's probably the holidays.
Yep.
I thought it was supposed to be open for the spring, like.
Well, that's
Yeah,
why I'm
I
asking. I
thought
was
they
just
had like
wondering.
a hard deadline on it. Like I thought they had like a groundbreaking and then
That's what
like
I
a
thought too. Like
There's
Amanda
never a
had
yeah.
some.
hard deadline, but we do strive to meet some of these.
Well, I mean,
Um,
of course. But I thought they did have like a I don't know, a ceremony planned.
Yeah, like a grand opening kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, they can't
yeah,
really blame it on the weather this winter for sure. There's no.
No,
and
that's
their
true.
website
Yeah.
says that the project's complete in fall of 2025. So
Oh, really?
Oh,
Okay. Well,
Oops.
we're like a little
no.
bit behind.
Yeah, oops. Yeah, they
Not
that's the
still
way
got a
yet.
that
lot of
goes.
equipment over there, and there's a lot going on. They're moving a lot of
Yeah.
stuff around. Um,
Neat. I haven't walked the park yet, but I'm looking forward to seeing what goes on with it.
I just saw it because I went to the hardware store a couple days, like a week ago, and
It's
I
all
saw it.
fenced off.
It's all fenced in, but it looks like they've got a lot still dug up.
Yep.
Mhm.
It doesn't look like they're putting stuff back together yet. They're still doing demo of things.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I will I'll put that on my agenda for next time because I have an inside source I can maybe get some details from. Well, she talks to all those parks people all the time, um so I should have her come get an update. It sounds like for parks it's a busy year already. I just saw her, I was over there today and she was saying that they're already as busy as they were of all of last year. And we just really just started the year in
Mm.
terms of like booking parks and all that stuff, the number of events that they've already got scheduled.
Wow.
So, yeah,
Wow.
well, that's good that our parks are being
Yeah.
used, I guess.
Yep.
Um,
That is good.
yeah. So, um, and that she still has a job, that makes us happy.
Yeah. It's always good going into the new year.
Yeah, well, I mean, Melissa, I mean, it's just been kind of scary with,
Yeah.
this. I don't know,
Yeah.
every department's different, but it's like,
Yeah.
you don't never know what they're going to cut.
No.
Yeah.
It's been a rough year for the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
So
has.
Yeah, there's
Hey,
another
Rod.
thing that I'm showing that shows winter of that they'll finish it in winter. So I don't know where they actually. I don't have any more current information. Sorry.
all right. Well, I'll see if I can find out some more because I can just talk directly to the what they get regular updates, obviously, because they have to know which ones are available and which ones aren't. Like, so for example, like Civic Park is shut down this year because of that big thing. And I don't know if you guys got to go to the Christmas bonanza thing, with the big tree and everything that was moved over to the Tivoli this year.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
And we went one night and it was so crowded. I mean, I had got claustrophobic. I had to get out of there.
Mm.
It was
Oh,
so like
I would hate that.
there were so many people, like lines for the things like crisscrossing each other so you couldn't tell.
Oh
And,
God.
and Nicole and I are finally like, yeah, we got to get out of here. This is too much.
Sounds
Um,
like Rockefeller Center in New York at Christmas.
it was busy, and we happened to pull up and park in like one of the metro parking lots over there, and it happened to be right when they launched that drone air show, the holiday
Uh-huh.
show. So it worked out really well. I don't know if you guys have seen that. It's
No.
pretty. They have a whole drone show that launches from like the MSU field, like right off of Colfax, but you can
Okay.
see it from like the Auraria campus there, and it's pretty cool. I'd never seen a drone show before. Like
Very
it
neat.
actually threw me off because they make, the Dancy guys. I call them the Dancy guys that are out in front of the Performing Arts Center, the two white, big,
Mhm.
tall.
Oh,
Like I call them the
Oh
Dancy guys.
yeah.
That,
Okay.
but they did that. We were driving down Spear, and they made like that out of drones, like all lit up, like that shape. And I
Wow.
was like,
Oh.
oh, they lit up the Dancy guys for the holidays. And then I was like, wait a minute, that's like not the right direction. Like, how is that over there? But it was the full life
Literally
size
in the
thing.
sky.
And then I realized as we got closer, I was like, oh shit, that's the drone show. It's not even the real Dancy
You're
guys. It had
like,
me all turned
did
around.
I get slipped something?
Yeah, it was
Sounds
pretty
neat.
cool. Yeah, if, well,
Yeah,
Sounds
if
that
neat.
you,
sounds really cool.
yeah, if you ever like, I'll remind everybody for next year, but put it on your radar to go because I think this is like the multiple years they've done it, and it's free. You just find a place to park and look at it.
Yeah, that sounds really cool.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool experience. So
Cool.
um,
When do you think you'll have some time, Rod, to somewhere and talk?
in the next couple of weeks, like this week and next week, I'm kind of slammed. So why don't we look for that
Okay.
following week?
Okay. I'll give you a call in a couple weeks.
Okay. It's not all work. I'm gonna drive my son back down to Tucson next week. He's got to get back to school for spring semester, so I'm gonna take a day and drive him down. So there's a few things there that aren't. Um, so yeah,
Not a
give me.
problem. I mean, I understand how life is, and that's
Yeah, it
why
just gets. You try not
shit
to be too
happens is my
busy.
favorite line.
Yeah, no, yeah, give me. So like whatever that. I guess I could stop sharing. We're not looking at this anymore. You guys don't need to see my Outlook calendar. Um, uh. Yeah, that week of the 19th, I'll have some time.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, yeah, I think I have to go to Maine and drive my wife around Maine for her work. But we'll see if
well,
that's
yeah,
the
I'd love to
week or
catch
if
up.
it's
That
the
would be
week
great.
following. Yeah. Yeah, and
So,
I know you've been busy with everything you're doing, so
yeah, well, I
that's
was just
good.
I tried to stay busy, so I was kind of putting some feelers out there, some old clients, and then all of a sudden, all of them called me back, and I have like, it's like it rains, it pours, and it was like, oh crap, like, so,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to complain. I was like, it's good, and I'm having fun, but it makes it hard to dedicate too much time to this. So I'll catch up
Okay.
with you, Becca, and we'll
Yeah.
follow up, and then Austin and Matthew. I'll
Okay.
maybe we can chit chat a little bit, do something maybe just before next month, and try to put some things on the agenda for next month.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
And
Cool.
your email, Melissa, is on
I
here,
can
I'll
send
put
it
it.
to you,
website.
Pete.
I was saying, like, I thought you had it, but here we go. I just put it in the chat. 1 second.
Great.
send me
Thank you.
who, what, when, where, why, all that, and the
Yeah,
video.
Yeah, I will.
that would be great, Pete, because that actually affects all of us. I mean, if they're
Yeah.
dumping some nasty stuff in the neighborhood,
Yeah.
um, to be honest with you, well, your little neck of the woods at that northern end, to be fair, I can see why they're doing it there. Because if you get any further south than that, man, there's a ton of people in there now.
There is.
I
And I mean,
was just over on the other side. I hadn't been over on the Fox Island area, and I was down over there last week for the first time in a long time. And I was surprised how many of those multi-story family are habiting, for lease and open. And I don't know how many units they've got up there, but it's got to be getting close to 1,000 units over there that are up and operational now. There's a ton. Um,
yeah, I heard that there was a fire over there
yeah, that's
a
why I was
couple of
over
weeks
there.
ago, and I
That's why I
couldn't
was
see
over
where
there.
the
And I
fire
came by the
was.
next day to visit a friend. But that night, my son calls me. He was on I-25, and I used to have a building that at Eladi and 42nd. And he calls and he goes, "Dad, I think your old building's on fire." And because but it ended up being on like whatever that D street is over to the east, one street to the east. That's right before you go down to the interstate. That's kind of it was the field that was on fire. It wasn't a house or anything. I think, to be
Yeah,
honest with you,
I
Pete,
didn't
I think
see
it
it.
was some homeless people's encampment went up and a bunch of that grass caught on fire.
Surprised me. I
That
mean, it's
that's
I feel bad for the city and county of Denver and having to deal with the homeless problem because of the mental health issues and the abuse issues. And I mean, my daughter works for Well Power, and man, some of the stories she tells me, man,
Well, they had
it's a bummer.
it was not an insignificant fire. When I drove by, the police had like multiple streets blocked off there, like 45th was blocked off and everything, and there was a lot of police cars. But it had to be a multiple station response because there were at least 3 or 4 fire trucks. So it was more than just
Wow,
Station 7
dang.
here. I don't know where the
wow,
other guys came from, but yeah, they had the big hook and ladder truck up with the thing that was spraying water over the whole field from like way up high. We went by I probably trying to keep it from spreading, but
yeah,
yeah,
probably.
I think it was a grass fire.
Hmm.
So, but it didn't look like any structures were engulfed. Anyway,
Well, that's good.
all right. Well, thanks for no, not wasting, but it was good to see you guys all.
Yeah, it's good to see
And
you
maybe
guys.
I
And
know we've been
Yeah.
kind of sporadic the end of the year last year, but so maybe we can start to ramp this back up and get some things moving forward.
Okay.
Yep.
you guys have a
Thank
happy
you.
new year. And I hope 2026 is good for you guys, all of us.
Yeah,
So
you too.
we'll
Well,
see
thank
what
you,
happens.
and uh, we'll send an email around and try to get everybody like kind of communicating over the next month or so.
Sounds good.
Okay, well,
Okay.
I guess we'll officially sign out then, and thanks for attending this month's meeting, and I'll stop the recording and get this over to Troopty. Um, yeah, have a good month, everybody, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Okay.
Thanks,
Sounds
everyone.
good.
Thanks, Rod.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Bye.
Thanks,
Bye.
Rod.
Bye.
Bye.
Why am I not stopping?